All right. We are officially live. Hello, anybody there watching who wants to spread with us? Hello.
I love your library background, Daphne.
Thank you. I watched your tutorial video on how I can like get a nice background without paying for the premium, and I was like, "Ooh, definitely got to try that."
Yeah.
How do you do that?
You go to present. You just present, and then you upload like a PowerPoint file, and then if you just edit like how many people you show up on like at a time, like on the screen, you can put the picture behind everybody.
Yes. So I have it overlaid on top. Hi, Vita. How are you?
Vita, what's up?
Hopefully we don't have any glitches with the stream today, because I streamed the other day and the comments weren't coming through. Ooh. And then they like all of a sudden an hour later they like popped in, and I was like, oh my God, I looked so rude because I wasn't answering anybody's comments.
Oh, I've been having a lot of issues with not like that though, but just like dropping off like constantly.
Oh no. Hi Kristen.
Hey
Thanks
Kristen.
for jumping in. Hi Ren, how are you? Vita's good. I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good.
Yeah. How has the planning and the executing been on your end as the mastermind behind the Readathon?
Good. Tiring, but like I love it. It's really, really good. Like I don't want it to come across like I'm tired and hating all of this. I'm not. I enjoy like all the time I get to spend on it.
Yeah.
It's more of like right now I'm going to write tonight. I'm going to read a little while we're doing this, but then I'm going to write some storylines tonight and whatnot. So it's a lot, but it's fun. It's a lot.
Yeah. I love the stories you've been writing too. Like, honestly, they're very well written. Like they're very professional.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I get so nervous each week before I post them. I overthink it, but I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are liking it.
Yeah, I was updating my vlog today about the stories, and I was like, yeah, Miss Amaya Reed got a kiss on the pulse of her wrist by the Duke. I was like, oh
my goodness. Scandalous.
Yeah, it was great. Okay, what are you guys reading tonight, or what are you guys up to tonight during sprints?
I'll let you answer first, Hannah.
So I just finished To Bleed a Crystal Bloom.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with like my whole heart. And I just finished that today. And I read like.
Are you going to start the second?
250 pages today, huh?
Are you going to start the second one? Like immediately?
So I want to, but I also wanted to read like a series that I've been working on, because I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, like I have so many other fantasy romance series and I'm in a fantasy romance mood now.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to pick up Glow, because I've been needing to read that.
Is that the third or the fourth one?
Fourth. Because I've been needing to pick that up because Gold comes out in December.
And that's the last one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
And so I started that, and I'm literally like a chapter in. I don't even know if I finished the first chapter. It's long.
Yeah. I read that series.
The first chapter is long. But yeah, so I'm gonna read that. But yeah, highly recommend for any fantasy romance readers out there, because yeah, To Bleed a Crystal Bloom. Please like go read it. It's not I know it's not for everyone. Some people like aren't like, I feel like it's a character driven book, and if you don't like the characters, you probably aren't gonna like it as much. But you can tell that like things are about to really pop off throughout the rest of the series, and I'm like super excited to see where things go, because I think it's just one of those ones that just like goes places and stuff really starts to open up in like books 2 and 3. So yeah, I'm like freaking out.
Have you read that, Daphne?
To Bleed a Crystal Bloom? No, I'm like looking it up right now. I'm like, is this on?
It is a Rapunzel retelling. It's a dark fantasy romance. Have you read Guild?
It is on KU. Guild I have. I'm caught up. I've read the 4.
If you like Guild, that series, I think that you will like it.
Okay, good. I'm
The
glad
two are
Guild is
very
wrapping up.
similar in, I would say, in vibes. Like, you have a very naive, damaged heroine who has like flaws, and she's just like trying to figure shit out and grow up, but like try to stay where she is at the same time and not face reality. And then like it's gonna be like her growth through the 4 books. It's a 4-book series, I think.
Yeah, I think it's in 4.
Yeah, Guild's a 5-book series, but this one's a 4-book series. And like it's just, there's like gut-wrenching parts, and there is steam. There's like one smutty scene, and then there's some other like romantic scenes and stuff too, but it's mostly, it's going to be like a super slow burn over the series, I guess. And like, yeah, but it's technically it's a Rapunzel retelling or reimagining, and you can really see it, especially with like the Disney Rapunzel. And yeah, I'm loving it. But like I do know a lot of people that don't love it. So I don't know. Like everyone I see gives it either 3 stars or 5 stars.
I'll have to try it out. I haven't read any Rapunzel books like ever, I don't think. So I'm intrigued.
I think that if you really like the Play to Prisoner series, I think that you'll really like this one.
Okay, cool. I've added it to I've got a KU list on Amazon, so I've added it to my list.
Yeah, that's what I got too. I try to keep it organized.
Yeah, I just started doing that. I was like, this is the way.
It's so hard for me.
Yeah, there was someone, I can't remember. I have such a bad memory, but over on the Romance Readathon Discord, someone posted a picture of like how they have their list set up on Amazon.
Oh.
And she has like 10 different KU ones, but it's like KU historical romance, KU contemporary, KU fantasy romance. And I was like, oh, I need to do that.
I just filmed like,
yeah, I thought I was good just saying KU. Nope.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I just filmed a KU, like all the books that I have currently checked out on KU. So that's going up either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Yeah, I've seen the girlies doing that lately. I was like, that's a good video idea. When I'm out of ideas, it's a good one to have on the back burner.
I do it every like 6 months or so, sometimes closer together, but this is going to be like, I think my 4th.
Yeah, it's a good video.
I like to do them because I read so much on KU.
Mm-hmm.
And people always want to know what you have on your Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everything I read is in there. Yeah.
All right, looks like Vita has 3 hours left of her e-arc of Rouge by Mona Awad. When does that come out? I feel like I've been hearing about this book for months.
That's the one I think, Vita, you were saying it's not a romance, right?
Mona Awad does not. It's not romance.
Is it like
I have one of her books. I have Bunny. It's
Bunny
like she writes weird litfic.
Okay.
Like weird stuff.
Like weird serious or weird funny?
Like weird,
more serious and abstract and like up to interpretation.
Okay.
Yeah, I read her book Bunny, and I was like, I felt like I was on hallucinogens or something. Like I have no idea what just happened.
I haven't read it yet, but it's been on my TBR for ever.
Apparently, it's like in the horror realm.
I want to color pumpkins.
Oh, are you doing watercolor?
Yeah. So I finished my mom's thing. I was like, I'm going to make myself a fall one, but I want to do a lot of my own ephemera for it. So I'm doing a lot of watercoloring.
That's nice.
I've never done where you stamp it and then watercolor over it. And I'm doing that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kristen agrees that the Amazon list thing is very smart.
I think all of us are gonna like take that now.
Yeah.
Like it seems so obvious, but at the same time, it totally wasn't. It's genius.
Right? Because before I was just doing it on Goodreads, like, oh, KU, whatever, to be read. And then I'm like, why don't I just do that on Amazon? That would be easier.
Yeah.
And now she leveled up. That woman you saw, she knows. Ren says, I keep forgetting about KU, but I started the Mindfuck series on KU last night, and I might be obsessed. That's another one I really want to get to, but I I don't know. I just keep not prioritizing it, but it sounds so good. It gets good reviews all the time.
What's it about?
It's about a female serial killer. I think she kills probably like men that are just like terrible people, and a detective that's trying to. Oh, okay. I was assuming. I was giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Well, no, she does, but it's based on a past event, so they're all these certain men.
Okay, and then the detective who's looking for the serial killer, and he like is falling in love with this woman. He doesn't realize that it's the person he's looking for.
It's super Criminal Mindsy, and like each chapter starts with like a quote, just like with Criminal Minds episodes.
Yeah, and they're like novellas, right? But you can get like an omnibus or something.
Yeah, they're each one. Most of them are fairly short. I actually have only read the first 3.
How many are there?
5.
Oh.
I don't know. It kind of ended. I mean, like, I don't know how I didn't continue, but I kind of just don't really. I like stopped kind of caring for some reason.
Like you left on a cliffhanger, but you're like, ah, that's fine.
Basically. It's basically what happened.
Says Rouge comes out in September. Okay, that's pretty soon. Because I saw Chloe Bunny talking about it because she's obsessed with Bunny, Mona Awad's Bunny, and changed like her whole YouTube name to match that. The 12th, exactly, not a romance. It's Snow White meets Eyes Wide Shut. I don't know Eyes Wide Shut.
Well, tickle me intrigued.
From the 90s, right?
Ren says, if you like Criminal Minds, you'll like it. Equals, which is why I started reading. And yes, it's amazing. Yeah, I need to add that ASAP. I'll add it to my list on Amazon.
There we go.
Okay, so for me tonight, I'm reading this book here called For My Lady's Kiss, classic historical. It's like the 13th century, and I'm obsessed with it. It's like kind of giving 5 stars right now.
Ooh.
Really?
I got this off of Ava from Ava's Romance.
She has the best Rex.
Yeah, she has amazing Rex. I love her Rex. And she sold it to me because she's like, it's captive. And the guy has the woman braid her hair so he could like wrap it around his fist and hold her to him at night so she wouldn't escape him. I was like,
okay, say less.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
amazing.
really fun.
And you're like halfway through right now?
Yeah, I'm like 2/3 of the way through. It's a bit slow burn, but they're like together all the time. So the pining is there. The tension is there. I'm loving it.
That's what I look for.
Yeah, so we'll see how it wraps up, but I'm hoping it'll end with a 5-star because I've been feeling 5 stars for a while. How about you, Maggie? What are you reading?
Well, going back to kind of what Hannah said, I'm actually reading To Bleed a Crystal Bloom right now, but I'm only at like chapter 17 or 18. Her and I were talking about
stuff's about to get good.
What?
Stuff's about to get good.
Oh, okay. I'm still kind of pretty early on, so it's still a lot of the kind of building, I guess. But Hannah and I were talking, and I'm one of those people where like I don't register as much with the character because she's so young right now, and I'm just the type of reader where I prefer more adult characters. So, and the whole book is about her growing. So the book itself is really good. It's written very, very well to a point where I would say like it's a good one to almost study if you ever want to write fantasy romance. The way that she writes is top notch. Literally the prologue, if you do read it, the prologue gives like a lot of Witcher vibes. It gives you the ambiance, it gives you that darkness, gives you kind of some horror, a lot of intrigue. Like she knows how to build each sentence. You can tell like she carved every single sentence out. Like she nailed it. She's a fantastic author. My only thing is just that the character feels young, and I normally like them older. But otherwise, the book so far does seem good.
And I think that's a character thing too, because like she even talks about that like later on, like it's a purposeful thing, like in terms of like she herself doing that to herself. And also I think it all has a little bit to do, I don't want to ruin anything, but it has a little bit to do with maybe her race, I'm guessing too. But I think it's like mostly like her when she's trying to shelter herself kind of thing. So I think that's gonna change.
I think Patricia says it does. Like the entire series is really like seeing her huge growth, like and her becoming much more adult. So you start off with her being she's 21, but she feels very much younger than that because of the trauma that she went through.
Interesting.
Yes.
You're selling it to me though, just like I'm intrigued.
Good.
The youngness, you know, but to see how it's going to progress, if the author is a really good writer, like I'm sure it's going to build up to something.
Yeah,
You can see that growth.
She's really good. Really, really good.
Wow. I'll have to check it out. Maybe I'll add it to the last minute PBR for the readathon.
There you go. Honestly, start with the prologue. If you feel it, keep reading. If you're like, yeah, I can read it later, then put it off till later. But I think the prologue will tell you enough if you're going to be interested in the author and the story.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Vita says, yes, Eyes Wide Shut is a movie from the 90s. Secret Society cult stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the one with Nicole Kidman. And
yes.
It is. Okay. Yep. That movie
but I've never seen it. You said that and I was like, oh yeah, that is.
Wait, Snow White and Eyes Wide Shut? Wow, that's an interesting combo.
What?
Now that I think about it.
Agreed. The writing in To Bleed a Crystal Bloom is really good. Very atmospheric. Okay. I'll have to try it. I'll try the prologue for sure.
Yeah.
I might download it tonight. Why not?
All right.
Okay. What would you guys like to do for sprints? You want to go for half an hour, 45? What are you thinking?
I'm down for a 45er.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do.
I just always look up a random timer on YouTube. So let's see.
How do you guys put your timer in? Because I just do, like, I have a video that I go through present, but I only spend 30.
So I actually have my own, and I can upload that for you.
Yeah, I would like a good one.
I have a 45-minute timer that I made myself. It actually took me like hours and hours of. I had to learn how to program.
The one for OUAR, right?
Yeah, and well, no. I have just the 45-minute, like that gets put on top of that video. To do that countdown, it took hours of literally like coding. Like you have to get these programs, and then you do this program that's kind of like PowerPoint, and you literally make a slide for every single second, and then it's freaking, and then you have to like use this code so that it can just then create that, like, 60 times 45 is a lot of slides, right? So to do that, and then I don't know, I had to follow this instructions. This dude on YouTube explained it, and like I have a 45-minute one.
Okay, I will use yours just because you put so much effort into it.
Put the time in, man.
But then you can like literally make any of your own videos and plop that on top of it.
Yeah.
But I also like to just use an app that I have on my Mac, and it's called what is it called? Life at. And that one is free. And that's like what I used the other night when we were sprinting. Okay. The last 2 nights that we were doing them. You can just put any amount of time on it, and it just puts you like in a room, and you just kind of like gotta search through what rooms they have available or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely share all those things. Because is it not kosher to use the YouTube ones? Because I'm not monetized right now, so I feel like it doesn't really matter. But
then no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Preference.
And then I think a lot of them, like, it's not a problem. I think it just depends. Bree from the Lockbooktician has a bunch on her for free on her channel too.
Oh, okay.
I have the 30-minute timer for you guys.
Yeah, where is it?
But it's just 30. That's the only one I have.
Is it in the? Where is it saved?
Here, I have it in the Google Drive.
Okay.
Wait, how did you do that one? Did you do it?
I just downloaded a video from Canva that's a 30-minute timer, and then you go to present and upload video.
You fucking kidding me? Are you fucking
I'm
kidding
in
me?
the Google Drive.
I'm
I don't know.
kidding me?
I'm so sorry.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Sorry.
You're killing me.
Don't tell her. She's lying. She's lying. It was really, really hard.
Oh, here, I'll put it in the Discord, Daphne. You don't have
Thank
to use
you.
it right now if you already have something, but just for the future.
Yeah, for the future
I
would be
can't
nice.
even believe it.
Charity says she's finishing up Anastasia by Sophie Lark. I have less than 2 hours left to read. To Bleed a Crystal Bloom is next on my list. Did either of you guys read the Anastasia one? I heard mixed things.
I DNF'd it.
Yeah, I haven't. I heard mixed things too. I heard that was like a chunker, but
Yeah.
I know Sophia Lark, like she did her research, man. Like she put a ton of effort and time into that. So that's where I heard some of the complaints came in, where people appreciated that, but they felt like there was too much. So it kind of, I hate saying this, like wasted their time while reading. It didn't add to the
Especially
plot.
if you're not like in the right expectations, like frame of expectations. If you're thinking it's going to be a romance and then you spend half the book of the person as a child, you're like, what am I reading?
I heard it kind of reads as like historical fiction. It's a lot about the historical facts and information about the families and their relationships as opposed to a romance.
I mean, if I was going to go into it without expectations of it just being historical and then maybe with some romance at the end, I could do that, but not if I was like expecting like a fun steamy time, you know?
Yeah, I've been wanting like a good like Rasputin romance. You know, like I'm down for it. I'm like, I want to love me some Rasputin right now. Okay.
Oh my God. I just picture him from the cartoon. He's so gross.
I bet you there is one. There's so many like Disney villain series out there that I bet you there's one.
Oh yeah, someone posted one of Rasputin. I don't know if it's really like more the cartoony style, but I mean, I love to love a villain, man. I'll take it.
Yeah. You haven't read my favorite ever villain retelling.
Which one?
Desperate Measures.
I think I downloaded that recently. I'm so
that's
excited.
the Jafar one, right? By Katie Roberts.
Yeah, I love it so much. I own the like people on the cover copy of it.
There's a people on the cover copy?
Want to see it?
Yeah.
Of course we do.
Okay,
I've only seen the snake thing.
No,
yeah, I've only seen the snake one.
Yeah. There was what did I read by Katie Roberts that I wasn't? The Dragon's Bride. That's the only Katie Roberts that I've read so far.
I've never seen that. That's nice.
This is one of my favorite romances of all time.
I think I just
and it is a smutty CNC dubcon like age gap sexy ass time.
What is
but I think it's age gap a little bit. It's got
consent,
like
non-consent.
CNC daddy to the max, huh?
CNC consent, non-consent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I own this one. I'm so excited about it.
Maybe I'll read that
Can
one.
I count that as historical romance, or is it in contemporary time?
Oh, it's 100%. It's basically a mafia romance.
Damn it!
With a sex
next month.
And some sapphic
scenes. Historical?
There's some sapphic stuff too.
I have to only read historicals. I read too slow. I'll read like 6 books this month.
Oh my gosh, there's like title pages. I haven't read this copy yet.
It's special.
Are you gonna pick that up now instead of your guild?
I've read the ebook like twice, but
I really like Katie Roberts. She's fun.
I am like, it's definitely hit or miss, but she's still one of my favorite romance authors for sure, because she's written some of my like most memorable and fun erotica, I would say.
Yeah. Like I've been reading the Deal with a Demon series, and then I tried to read that vampire one, but I didn't know it was supposed to be reverse harem. So it was like, who are these other dudes just showing up? Can we focus on our main guy?
No, that's why I
couldn't get into it.
I read the first book, the first novella in that series twice, and I still haven't continued. I own the bind up. But I'm like, that was fun. That was enough.
Yeah.
The Dragon's Bride?
No, the vampire one. I forget what it's called now in the bind up.
Oh.
It's called, I own it. Where is it? Where is it?
It's in. They have it like in Barnes and Nobles and stuff now. It's like pretty mainstream.
My shelves, and my husband told me, he goes the other day, he goes, well, you're gonna have to take all the books off the shelf so that I can fix it. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, okay, well, so we probably shouldn't do it today because it's gonna take a while. And I was like, no, I'll just do it in a couple of minutes. And he's like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna have time, blah blah. I did it, and he came back and he was like, no, Hannah, the whole shelf. And I was like,
That's a lot of books. That's a lot of
that
books.
one. And it's double down.
It's double stacked.
I was like, are you? And then I had to move that, and that one's triple stacked in those.
How are you? These are really deep shelves. I can barely double stack my one. They're half
shelves.
hanging off the edge if I double stack.
Look at those right there. Like, look how far back they're pushed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that. So there's room for even like those big fantasy books to be almost doubled. But yeah, I don't know where the vampire book is. I own it though.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I read the first novella and I was like, I'll move on to something else she's written. Hi, Tara. How are you? I read Neon Gods by her, but it was just okay. Desperate Measures sounds good. Aladdin was my favorite movie I was a kid. Yeah, Aladdin is so good. And then honestly, the Jafar and Jasmine moment is like an awakening, I feel like, for a lot of
Yeah.
Court of the Vampire Queen is what the bind up is called.
Like,
oh yeah.
I'm 4. Okay.
Right? Yeah, right. I was like, God damn, Jasmine is sexy.
Yeah.
Like, and then Jafar is like, oh.
Okay. Just wait till the office scene. Like,
oh my God.
Hannah,
just wait. You have to message me when you're done with that.
Well, I'm reading the Trader Witch series still. I'm on the second one because of you, Hannah. So,
are you reading the second one right now?
Yeah, I'm at the part where she's trying to save her siren guy. So she's there.
Let me know when you get to the hallway scene with the brothers.
Okay. She had her moment with the vampire already. I was like,
that scene
love
lives
that for him.
in like my brain rent free constantly. I'm always like, there were 2 brothers.
I love them.
Oh
so I love them too. They're so good. Who's your favorite guy?
Oh God. I don't know. It's a hard question. Maybe the seer, because we met him first. But they just all have their charm. Like, I'm really curious about this Faye guy. I'm finally getting his perspective in the second one. I feel like you don't know that much about him in the first one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I want to know his past because he can't really talk. So he's just so mysterious. I'm like, what's your deal?
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes, I'm going to read this and then maybe I'll pick up Trader Witch or Liar Witch. And these prints also. But okay, let's get started. And then we'll catch up in 45. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right, see you in a bit. Hello, hello.
Why, hello.
How did it go?
My dog's over here scaring himself. And then he's scared. So he's like trying to get in this room. And I was like, come on in. Come on in.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry, I haven't cut. This is paint, not blood. But, and then he like, his tail like whipped the door and he's like, while he was coming in. And then he came over here, got behind my chair, and then he tooted and jumped when he tooted. It was storming earlier, so I think he's like freaked out.
Oh my gosh, dogs are too silly.
I know. But I did good. I read like 30 or 40 pages or something.
That's good. Are you listening?
Well, yeah, audiobook.
How fast do you listen?
This narrator talks really slow.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on 1.7 from To Be Lady Crystal Bloom, and I started getting like annoyed at how slow. So I turned it up to 2.3, and it's like, it feels like most audiobooks at like 2 or maybe like 1.8. So I got it like a 2.3, and I'll probably eventually move it up. Right now I'm trying to like remember everything that happened, so
I feel that.
yeah.
How about you, Maggie? How'd your reading go? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute, Meg. You're muted.
You're on mute.
Oh. I read a couple chapters. So I wrote a little, and then I was able to read 2 chapters. And it's starting to pick up a little bit. It's still very much just like character development heavy. It's not like really any big scenes yet.
Can you text me what so you're in chapter 20 right now, right? Or
no, I think I'm at chapter 19.
Oh, okay.
So she just gave like some blood.
Text me in 2 chapters.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But like I mentioned earlier, like it's so weird. Like it's like such a weird book for me, because like I recognize that it's like really good and it's written really well, and I love the freaking world and the creatures in it. But because she's so young and she's bratty, those are characters I don't like. So like it's weird because I want to keep reading, but I'm kind of just like, I don't like you. So it's a weird place for me. But
yeah.
What about you? Is it still 5 stars?
I'm still loving it. It's quite funny. Like, it's not rom-com-y funny where it's like jokes and stuff. It's just the way the author sets up situations and like one-liner responses, like the banter and stuff, that it just has me giggling. Like, I love it.
I love that.
That book sounds cute.
Yeah, I would definitely highly recommend this book for the people that are watching that just joined. This is For My Lady's Kiss by Linda Needham. So I definitely want to check out her other works too, because this was written in the 90s. So I'm curious what her backlist is like, because I'm really vibing with her writing style right now.
What's your style like when you first start reading the book, like chapter 1? Does she like throw you into the action, or is she one of those writers where like she's kind of building the backstory and the characters, so it takes a couple chapters before you get something that you can like sink your teeth into?
No, I feel like you start off right in the thick of it.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's my favorite. That's the style of historical romance that I enjoy.
Yeah, like the description on the back, like first page, that's where we're at. I'm like, oh, okay. We're already in the situation.
I can get behind it. What was the author's name again? Linda Needham?
Yeah, Needham.
Okay.
I'll have to check out her backlist for sure. Yeah, let's see how everybody else is doing. How's everybody else's reading going on the stream? Allie wants to know what we're reading. Hold on, I did not start at the top. Starting The House Across the Lake. Sam says, had a snack ready to finally read. What'd you eat? Anything good?
Oh, I hope you like The House Across the Lake. Most people hate it, and I adored it. I gave it 5, or no, I didn't give it 5 stars, but I gave it like, I think it's my favorite and like highest 4-star of all the Riley Sagers I've read.
I haven't tried any of his books. I don't really read a lot of thrillers. Do you think he's like a good
What
beginner
thrillers do you
thriller?
like?
I honestly don't know. The only thrillers that I end up picking up are ones that I think are going to be funny. Like
Well,
I
then you
picked
might
up,
like Riley Sager because they're not necessarily funny, but I would say it's like popcorn read.
okay.
And which book I would recommend would depend on like what kind of thriller you were looking for.
I want a hero that I can root for. I don't really like a dislikable character. Unless all his characters are like unlikable.
I don't know that they're not likable. I would maybe try the Lock Every Door.
Okay. I know that one, the pink one, right?
Yes, because the 3 I've read by him are House Across the Lake, Lock Every Door. Hank, sweetheart. My big 80-pound pit is just whining like a baby. And then I've read the what's the gothic like haunted house one? I don't want it.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I feel like I've seen everybody talk about all his books all the time.
Yeah, and then there's there they are, Home Before Dark.
Yes.
That's the other one that I've read. And I think Lock Every Door is actually my least favorite, but it was like a 3.5 star, and it's actually really fun. And I did read it in like 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Because it was just really, and this is back when I wasn't reading a lot and wasn't reading fast. It was just a very popcorn, fast-paced read. Oh, and it's set in New York City.
Oh, I love books in New York. I'm like, I've been there. I know where that is.
The girl is not our age because I'm old now.
How old
The
is
girl's
the
like
old, Hannah.
Okay, the girl's like the age I think in my mind I am, but really it was like a decade ago.
We still got a lot of life to live. We're not old yet.
Yeah.
Compared to the college kids, maybe. But
I think the girl's like in her early to mid 20s.
Okay. Honestly, the character I was reading in this, I thought she was probably like 24-ish. But then she like mentioned something. She's like, yeah, this happened 4 years ago when I was like 15. I was like, you're only 19. I was like, no, I'm just going to pretend you're not that young.
I feel like it's like that a lot though for historical romance. But like back then though, like you matured way quicker.
Yeah. She's really mature. Like she's got a lot of responsibility. She's basically like the mayor of her little village. So she's
damn.
She's pretty smart.
I get it, girl.
Right? Yeah, she's girl bossing for sure.
Yeah.
Kristen says, I'm now 60% into For My Enemy. Ooh, I don't think I've heard of that before. Vita says, LOL, why would it be blood, Hannah? Yeah, what are you?
She's sacrificing to Rorden. That's why, Vita.
Because it's like red.
Yeah, that kind of does look like blood.
Yeah. Well, on the screen when I looked, I was like, oh, that looks like I must have cut my hand, but maybe it's just the way it looked in my...
No, it kind of does look like blood. How's your art project going? Can we see?
Oh, well, right now I'm just making little ephemera pieces for like my journal, but like just now I did this.
Ooh. Pretty.
It's just, I stamped a bunch of sunflowers on some plaid paper and then I watercolored the edges. And then I colored in a little bit with watercolor. Just little pieces to put in my junk journal. And
you find it relaxing?
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
It depends. Whatever is my like hyper focus at the time, it's like that's the thing I do to relax. It might be crocheting for a couple of months. It might be like whatever it is, you know, but I go into times and then sometimes like July or June and July, was it? Yeah. No. June. I don't know. At least June for sure. It was reading. I read like 30 books a month.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you read so much.
You know what? It's like a thing. Sometimes I'll be like, I'll just cook a bunch of gourmet meals for like 6 weeks straight.
Oh man.
I can't cook a gourmet meal once. I got risotto. That's like my fanciest meal.
Oh, I love making risotto.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
pretty laborious.
to cook. It's just only when it's my hyper focus.
Yeah, I love watching and like seeing people's like beautiful journals and stuff, but I'm like, I don't have the patience for that. I'm like, I just need to get the information down in an order
Yeah,
that
that's how I feel about for generally like general journals, but this is more like I feel like I get to do a bunch of different arts and then I could put it together, and I don't really write. Like the last one I made I sent it to my mom. We mailed it out.
it's more of like an art piece versus like a practical organizer.
Yeah.
I see. I really want to get back into like journaling, like diary journaling. I have this beautiful journal, but I just don't write in it. I used to write in journals when I was upset, but I want to like write to like have nice memories.
Yeah.
You know? But with vlogging and stuff too, I'm like, oh, I capture a lot of my life for that. But I wouldn't have as much like intimate detail on like how I'm feeling in a vlog, versus something I could put in a journal. But
yeah, journaling sounds nice, like actual journaling, like writing. But like I probably own like 25 journals from my lifetime, and they're all about like a quarter full.
Yeah. I do the same thing. You see a pretty journal and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna totally start journaling again. And this one's like especially like the mood that I'm feeling right now. And you do 2 pages and then you forget about it. And then a week later you see another journal and you're like, oh,
yeah, why did I ever stop journaling? Oh yeah, because I lost
I love reading my old journals. Like I have a journal from when I was in elementary school. Like I was like, Dear Diary. And just seeing those things and remembering like how I felt back then is so cute.
Oh, I wish I had that.
I have so many. Most of my journals are like from like when I was from like 8 to college.
You know why? I think it was because I was reading Dear Dumb Diary. And I was like, I want a diary. So I would write. Yeah, it's really fun. And you have all those like middle school memories, like really embarrassing crushes and like things you would do. They're so fun to read back. I'm definitely gonna make my kid. I'm like, you should write a journal.
Heck yeah.
It was part of like it was encouraged with my homeschooling. My mom, like just for writing skills and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Emotional like maturity and like understanding your feelings is probably really good for kids. Meg's Book Nook says, started late, but this was a good motivation to start reading. I'm glad you're here to join us. How are you doing? Allie says, what's everybody reading? I'm reading, as I said, For My Lady's Kiss, and then Hannah and Maggie are reading the same book right now.
No. Hannah finished.
Oh, I just finished it today. That's sorry.
We're reading the same book together.
we were reading the same book like 6 hours ago, but now we are no longer reading the same book.
Vita says, I'm at around 2.5 hours left of Rouge. Still loving it so much. Very gothic and creepy and strange. Allie says, so far so good. Only 30 pages in to House Across the Lake. I live in Vermont, so the setting is perfect. Ooh. Is it the season we're in right now that the story takes place in? Is it like summer or is it fall?
I think it takes place in fall. I think
fall is
either fall or like end of summer
season. Sam says They Never Learn is a great thriller. Okay. Coming in with the Rex. I do want
to read that one. That's a little bit dark academia, and it's like a revenge. Like it's a female killer. The main character.
Is that the one with the red and it's like a gate on the cover?
Yes.
Yeah, Sam loves dark academia, so that doesn't surprise me. I picked up this one from Book of the Month called She Started It, and I thought it sounded funny, so that's why I bought it.
Nice.
It's like a bachelorette kind of thing.
Okay.
And I guess the girls are fighting and she started it, and it just, I don't know, it just sounds hilarious. Like some rich woman invites her old friends to like go on some private island, and I imagine they're gonna start dying. I don't know. But just the title is just so funny. Books Forever After. Oh, we know her name, right? I've seen her face. I don't remember her name off the top of my head right now, but I recognize her profile picture. On the last chapter of Falling into Bed with the Duke by Lorraine Heath. Classic Lorraine Heath. Amber. Hi, Amber. Starting How to Sell a Haunted House. It's crazy this month since I started the romance readathon. All my Libby holds for thrillers have come available. Isn't that just the way it is? You're like, I have a mission this month and you're throwing me off.
Oh yeah, I was like so excited to read a historical and romance, and apparently I'm on a fantasy romance kick. So, and I was reading I read like 8 historicals last month. Huh?
Yeah. I said last month you were reading so many historicals.
What the frick?
Yeah. Okay, it's a romance readathon. Anything you can, but you still get points for other stuff too. So read your thrillers, Amber.
If my fantasies, if they're riding horses, I'm counting. It's historical. I don't care.
Especially just read BIPOC or LGBTQ thriller if you're gonna do thrillers, because you
extra points, man.
If you haven't read Alyssa Cole's When No One Is Watching, that's a really good BIPOC thriller.
I feel like I've heard of that one.
It's very good.
Watching. I'm writing all these things down. Megan says 20% into Pursuing Mr. Mattingly by Sandra Suku. Second book in the Willful Winterborn series. I'm really enjoying the characters and the family dynamic. Nice. I love series, companion series. Vita says, oh, I thought she meant on the paintbrush. My mistake. I didn't even notice it on your hand.
No, I am not painting with blood. I do like to use natural dyes, but also usually not blood. 100% never.
Not usually.
Not blood.
Not usually.
Not usually.
Allie agrees that They Never Learn is really good.
But I'm painting with like blood red right now.
Also, S.A. Cosby is really great for BIPOC thrillers. Is that the author of Razorblade Tears, right?
Yes. I have not read that, but it's on the TV.
Yeah, I read that one. It was very, very action movie-like.
Really?
Yeah.
And would that count? Well, no, I don't know if the author is LGBTQ, but I know the main character's sons were queer. They were in a relationship. That's not what that was about. It's like the dads of the 2 sons, and they were killed, right?
Yeah, exactly. They were killed, and then like the fathers didn't have good relationships with the sons because they were queer, and they're kind of trying to make it up to them in death. You know, like other dads.
But I don't know if the author is queer.
Vita says The One by John Marr is
I hear that's good. That's about like this I don't know if you would say dystopian or utopian, but like futuristic society, right? And it's like everyone has a soulmate, and then there's this like business that somehow starts, or they can like genetically know who your soulmate is, and like it comes out, and people like when they do it, they find out, and like some people were like already in relationships, like married for like years and years and years, and then they find out like their spouse is not their soulmate, or like some people would find out their soulmate was like a serial killer, and like all these craziness. Yeah.
Oh my god, Maggie's like, sign me up for a serial killer.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds fun.
Maggie, I thought of you. Not about serial killers, but I was watching sometimes. I was watching Kristen's video. No, was that what it was? There's a book that I saw today at some point today, and it was a romance, but horror.
All right. That's perfect.
Maybe it was a book on my Kindle Unlimited when I was filming that.
Yeah, I want all the gore and the blood. Which, by the way, Daphne, for To Blue to Crystal Bloom, it definitely has blood in it.
Okay.
Definitely has gore.
I remember you were talking about that Wizard of Oz kind of series, right? Being really violent and you were loving it.
Yes, Lion was so good. It was so good. I was so happy and I thought I found it. And
No?
no, it sucked. We literally we had a little group going, including Vita actually, and we were reading it, the first book, and it sucked. Like royally sucked. Like it was so bad on so many different levels. Like it had such a neat concept and it really could have been amazing, but it felt like it was someone's like first book, which is great. Like get the work out there, but it didn't hit. It was bad romantically, it was bad kind of plot wise, and it was just a mess. We all wanted to DNF, but then we just started hate reading it so we could just be together and bond. But it was terrible.
Oh, that's so tragic. That's like the plot twist of the century right now for me.
I was like, oh my God, I found my series. And no.
Oh, that's too bad.
But
Maggie, I found it.
Yeah. What is it?
It's just my type. It's a sapphic vampire romance. I think it's a novella. And it's at the very end, it says, get ready for a different kind of high-stakes lesbian romance. This vampire romance is not for the faint of heart, but if you love your stories a little bit gory, a little bit swoony, and laugh out loud funny, this is one you'll definitely sink your teeth into.
Yeah, no, that sounds like me. I don't think I have that one. I have a couple like sapphic vampire ones, but they weren't novellas.
It's called Just My Type.
By who?
Hold on. Sorry, I have to go back into it.
Oh, the poor Popper. So sad.
Oh my goodness. Hank. Oh my gosh.
It's like Mama just
it's Bexley or Lucy Bexley and
got it.
Oakley.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely don't have this.
Okay, I'm taking the Fairies of Oz off my KU TBR.
Yes, do it. Like you can read Lion if you want. I feel like you can read Lion and you'll be fine without reading the rest of the series. Lion's like literally 30 pages, but yeah, the rest of the series, all of us were like, "There's no way in hell we're reading the rest."
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But
your little pup giving you a hug too in the corner. he'll make us feel better from the disappointments of bad books.
Yeah, he's our like moral support dog.
Yeah,
our online moral support dog.
Kristen says, Hannah, did you see Alyssa Cole has another thriller coming out?
I did not, but I saw this and I was like, I need to look that
What books does Alyssa Cole have again?
When No One Is Watching. And that's a really cool one about what's that called? Oh my gosh.
When No One Is Watching.
What is that term? Oh my gosh. I should know this. I'm from Chicagoland. Like, I know this.
Chicago. I don't know. I don't know any Chicago.
Gentrification. And it's basically a thriller. I would say like a little bit horror thriller, but
this is like Get Out vibes, yeah?
I think possibly. I've not actually watched Get Out. I don't watch movies like ever.
Really?
Yeah, barely ever. Maybe like a few a year. But from what I gather, yes. But yeah, it's about like basically a possible sinister reason behind gentrification of this neighborhood.
Yes, I remember seeing this one floating around. I'm adding it to my KU list.
And it also has a romance in it.
That is motivating for me. For me, it's like romance is so motivating to get to the end. I'm like, I just want to see them together. You know, I know where the story's going. We're going to a happily ever after. When I'm not reading a romance, I'm kind of like, I don't understand the point of the story. You know, and sometimes I have no idea where we're going. What is the point?
Is it just a girl, Kristen?
V says
be a dangerous game.
V says hoping to finish The Awakening of Ivy Leavold by Sierra Simone, but also feeling a thriller. We got a lot of thriller vibes going on tonight. Yeah, his thrillers are very action-based. That's about S.A. Cosby. V says Voices in the Snow, question marks.
That is Darcy Coates.
Darcy Coates?
Yes.
Tin was disappointing, but yes, Line was a great 30 pages. I didn't realize it was only 30 pages.
Yeah, they wrote it like after they did the whole series.
So they had warmed up.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe the series got better, but don't waste your time. There's so many other books. Vita says, Maggie, you should read A Dowry of Blood too. I always hear great things about that. I haven't read that yet either.
I'm looking that up.
Ooh, April 2024. But Kristen, did you read that short story? She has a thriller short story that just came out last month, apparently.
She says apparently it's One of Us Knows.
Yeah, I'm looking at that one now. That comes out in April.
Sam says, I vote A Dowry of Blood as well. Diff vibes, but fantastic. Yeah. Is it really romance, or is it just like there's a romantic relationship in it?
Well, there's an alternate ending.
Is there?
Yes. And my copy has both. Now, I don't know what the original, I think the original one didn't have the alternate ending. So definitely the one that's out now. Yes. It is a romance.
Okay.
But it's not like a sunshine and rainbows kind of.
It's Dracula, right? Like it's Dracula.
It's Dracula's Brides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his first bride.
It's a poly romance. Kind of a poly romance, and it's written in an epistolary format. So she is writing these letters to Dracula, basically in a format of like a journal. She just is writing them.
So it's like Dracula, like the original by Bram Stoker, because that's all letters.
That one is too, yeah. But this is written by one of his brides to him, to Dracula.
Well, I'm glad I know the original material too. So hopefully I'll appreciate it more if I get a chance to read it this year.
It's very short. It's like
320.
Oh. I don't think it's that long.
This is what it says on Amazon.
Yeah, I thought I remember seeing the original paperback looked pretty slim, but 320 seems pretty average length to me, I'd say.
Well, my copy's under 300 pages. But I thought it was even shorter than that. I thought it was like 200, but yeah, it is 292. So.
Christian says, no, I hadn't heard of that. Going to look it up. Sam says, A Dowry of Blood is romance and dark. Ooh. Sam knows us. We love romance. So I'm curious because if Sam loves it, because Sam isn't like, her go-to isn't romance. So if she really, really liked it, I'm curious to see what it's like.
It's very gothic. It's a gothic dark romance. It's poly. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it's very vibes.
Very vibes. Did you listen to it? Do you recommend the audio over the physical?
Did I listen to it? I did listen to it. And the audiobook was really good.
I wonder if they had it in my library.
I also read it physically too. That's what I do a lot of times is like audiobook so I can get up. But then a lot of times I'll read along if I'm sitting.
Yeah, I'm only just started getting more into audiobooks. And I like reading along too. But I just listened to one exclusively for the first time probably ever. And it was like still nice. I listened to The Hacienda.
Ooh, how was it?
It was good. It wasn't as scary as I thought it might be, but it is definitely like haunted house, creepy, and there's a romance in there too, which was cute.
I have it. I just haven't read it. I got it from Book of the Month back when I was getting Book of the Month.
Yeah, I almost bought it on Book of the Month, and I was like, oh, I got it at the library. I'll just use the library.
Yeah. I have so many thrillers because I'll go in a mood where I just only want to read thrillers, once in a blue moon.
Dang, they kind of have this at the library, but they're like, I don't know. It says not available forever. I'm like, okay. I can still reserve it though. All right, moving on. Vita says the prose is so beautiful in a dowry of blood. Lots of blood, Maggie just saying. Hi, Eliza. How are you? What are you reading? Oh, more animals.
This is my Cece. She rules the whole house. She's in charge of everybody, and she controls everyone. And what she wants goes. And that's just that.
That sounds right for a cat.
What's wrong with these animals?
I don't know.
I saw.
Who's pulling at the door? My husband.
I saw this like reel or something today where it's like a dog sees a person and they're like, you feed me, you care for me, you love me, you must be God. And then it's a cat and it's like, it looks at a human and it's like, you feed me, you love me, you take care of me, I must be God.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
So true.
I love them both.
Eliza says it's fall soon, so I'll get into the thriller mood then. Yeah, everybody's so excited for fall, and I'm like, no. I want summer still, okay? I'm not ready.
I was like
I'm
that
not
when I
ready.
lived in the cold weather. Like when I lived in Illinois, I was like, I'm a summer girl. And then I moved to the, south and then Hawaii and then south again. And I'm like, give me fall, please. I can't.
Yeah, because I mean, summer for you guys, you can barely go outside, right? It's like almost unbearable to be
No,
outside.
it's like, I mean, you have to like close all of the windows too, like close all of the shades all day long. Like, because it's just the air conditioning can't like handle it. So like you need to like do it as much help as you can and like close all of the freaking shades. Like,
I guess it makes sense. It's like whatever season you can enjoy being outside is the best season in your area.
for me, it's spring and fall, and I mean winter sometimes, but winter gets a bit cold. But Maggie, does it get really? It gets really cold by you. You're in Massachusetts.
Yeah, it gets pretty cold. Not as cold as I thought it would be, being a Californian. Like the way that people talk from the East Coast, people think I'm nuts that I moved here. But I also haven't really had like super bad winters yet. I've only been here a couple years, so I think that's kind of hard to say. But it's not too bad. It snows, but
Yeah.
I don't know. You get used to it.
I have a low tolerance for cold. I'm like, my body's
Yeah.
tight. I'm like tense like this. I'm like, oh my God, it's freezing. I hate it. Like it physically hurts.
I think I had a harder time in California with the heat, but that's because I lived in the desert. So it'd be like 118 consistently. So you can't go outside. And then even having your AC on, you're lucky if you could get your house to be like 80, 85.
Oh my God.
So yeah, you just existed in it.
Yeah, I mean, 85 in the house, even for me, is a bit too warm.
It's hot.
But I don't need to run the AC all day. Like the windows are closed. If it's cool enough, I'm fine, or I'll just let the breeze go through. I opened the windows today, and a hornet got in. You see how high up I live? I have no idea what he was doing all the way up here and how he flew through the tiny crack I had.
Checking out the sights.
Oh my goodness! And I felt bad too. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I managed to catch him, and then I had to take him I took him down the elevator all the way downstairs. I was like, I could kill you, but I'm like, oh,
very sweet.
I feel bad. Like ecosystem. I don't know. Yeah, I caught him.
Wow.
Luckily, I didn't have any meetings because I would have been like running around in fear. But
oh my God.
Hi, April. How are you? What are you reading?
Hey, April.
Eliza says, I'm done with summer. Eliza's in California, so Sam was just telling me today that they're dealing. Well, Sam isn't in California necessarily, but she's like on that west coast side, dealing with all these fire emergencies. I'm like, no wonder you guys don't like summer that much. If there's freaking fires. Like,
oh, it's gonna be summer and fall. West Coast.
Yeah.
California's just basically on fire right now. Like you, as a Californian, like it sounds weird, but like your sky will turn red. You'll have a bunch of ash, and you're just kind of like, all right, it's another Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's sad, but like you get so used to it.
Yeah. I mean, New York had the smoke from the Canada fires for a few days, and we were like, it's the end of the world. We were like,
yeah.
Californians were like, yo, that's
you need
not
to
that
calm down. Yeah.
We're like, we have to check the air quality. Nobody's ever looked at air quality ever before then.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing that's weird about Cali is it depends on where you live though, and like the cities, and it just has to do with the geology. But like it can look like a beautiful day, stunning. You check the air quality and it will tell you shouldn't go outside.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I moved to the East Coast, because especially Southern California, you have like no trees because it's a desert and we basically turned everything into cement. So
Yeah.
being out here with all the trees, the air's clean. I have water. I don't have to worry about water. Fires are nowhere near as much of a concern. Earthquakes.
Yeah, I feel like the East Coast is fairly safe, especially like Northeast.
Yeah.
Weather-wise.
Yeah. No,
we'll get an
totally.
occasional hurricane, but like not as often as like Florida or anything like that.
I feel like we'll have bad hurricane years here, but we live like about an hour and a half from the closest beach. And so, I mean, we'll get it bad, but it's usually dropped down to like a category 1 or a tropical storm by the time it hits us. And it's still bad. And like we've had really bad flooding before, especially like with Matthew. And Florence was pretty bad too. But we don't get like the really bad like storm surge or anything like that because we're not on the water.
Yeah. April says she just got home reading a BIPOC Regency. Nice.
Which one?
Yeah, which one? Vita says, I need fall to start yesterday.
Agreed. It's Halloween
summer. All the summer hating. Not yet. Eliza agrees. Fall means closer to my birthday, so another excuse to get more books. My birthday is in fall, and it's the 29th of it's the 29th of October. So you'd think I'd love Halloween, but like I really don't care that much.
Really? Oh, I love Halloween.
I'm always like, oh shit, it's a week before Halloween. I'm like, let me like figure out a last minute costume. I'm that person like every year.
Oh,
I know, and some people like love it. And like I like watching the YouTube content on Halloween stuff with like Rachel Maskey and stuff. Like I love her content.
She's my favorite. I love her.
Yeah, she's great. But yeah, I'm just not that into
Rachel Maxey. I've told you to go watch her. You'll like her.
She's
very relatable. She's fun. She makes cool stuff. I'm one of those people that's obsessed with Halloween. I got married on Halloween.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because it was Halloween. But yeah, I got married on Halloween. We didn't do like a big wedding though. We were, and then we're like, nope, this is too stressful. And then like 2 weeks before Halloween, I basically like called off. Like it wasn't because of my husband and I, like we were in anything bad, but I was so stressed with trying to plan a wedding that I'm like, I'm done. Like I don't care. I don't need to be married. Like we love each other. It's cool. And then like 2 weeks before Halloween, I'm like, hey, you want to get married? Let's get married. So we just went to the courthouse. I had like Halloween earrings. I think I had spiders in my hair and like a white sweater. My husband was in a black sweater. We had like 5 family members show up. They're all looking more fancy than us. I literally walked up to them. I'm like, who's getting married here? But yeah. And then we went to a place called Not Scary Farm where it's just like a bunch of people dressed up like freaky monsters and they try to scare you. That was my wedding.
I think I'm just lazy about it. Like if I had a friend, like if we were in person together and you're like, let's do this for Halloween. Let's go to this hayride. Like I'm like, yeah, like I'm always down for the company.
Yeah.
And I would do those things, but I'm just not going to like make the effort to plan it out myself, you know?
Gotcha.
So
I feel you.
But that's really cute. And you're right. Wedding planning, I was so freaking stressed planning my wedding. So I don't blame you for being like, nah, I don't need this.
Yeah.
I started our wedding planning and I was doing it for months. And then we had an oopsie, AKA Joan.
Oh, yes.
And so we lost a lot of deposits.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, it's just another big.
But we still got married, but it wasn't what like we were gonna do at this cabin. This really, really huge cabin and gorgeous wedding dress.
Hey, you could still do it. You could do it on an anniversary.
No, it was we had our family come and everything, and we had like a barbecue and stuff, and it was nice. Like I would have gotten too stressed out anyway, so it worked out.
Yeah, Honestly, it's like no matter what you do, you're marrying the person you love. It's gonna be the best day ever.
Yeah.
So, well, now I know when your anniversary is forever and ever, Maggie. I don't think I'll ever
Yeah.
forget.
You can't forget.
How long have you guys been married now?
It will be 10 years this year.
Oh, wow.
Wow, congratulations. This is a big one.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We've been together. Well, we've been together for a dozen years, but married for a decade.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I've been married for
For a couple months.
March.
Yeah.
About like 5.
That's
almost.
awesome.
Yeah.
You're
Allie
in the
says
honeymoon like year of marriage.
yeah, we've been together for a long time though. I think we're gonna be together. We've just passed 9 years together.
Oh, wow.
Okay, nice.
Allie says the true way to get through the winter is skiing or snowboarding. You definitely have to make the most of the weather. Fair. I'm scared of that though. I would do snowboarding, but I just hear too many people like hurting themselves skiing that I'm like, I don't know if I can take that risk.
I'm worried of avalanches. I have a weird fear with water. Like I'm terrified of tsunamis and avalanches.
And they're I mean, an avalanche feels pretty realistic.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm like this person. I'm like, see that TikTok or whatever? There was one. This guy was skiing and he like hit some kind of hole in this hole in the mountain that was covered lightly over with snow, so you couldn't see it. And then he like fell down, like it looked like 5 stories into this crevice. And luckily he was able to like clutch onto the wall and didn't completely go down and disappear forever and like die. And he must have been rescued because he had the camera footage. But like, if I could find it, I sent it to you, Maggie. You have nightmares.
Yeah.
What are you watching on TikTok?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You ever see like those cave explorer ones too, where they're like in crevice?
No.
People are crazy. Oh, you guys are gonna die in there.
Most of my TikToks are like they're like funny ADHD stuff or like some bookish stuff or like funny stuff or like witchy stuff or crafting stuff.
I get like funny stuff, like things that I would consider like amazing stuff, like that crevice thing, and like animals, like cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Books Forever After says follows my paranormal romance season, I guess, and really delving more into fantasy and fantasy romance.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my every moment in the year kind of stuff. I love that stuff. April says we've never had days off due to inclement weather, but we've had days off due to smoke. Yeah, in California.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's Northern California too.
Then that's not the same. Like a snow day, that's like peak childhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But we wouldn't get in unless it like
yeah, we never got that stuff.
Snow like 9 inches that day. Then we maybe in high school.
You're like, no snow, let's go out sledding. Like it's just like the movies, guys. It's great. I'm sorry for the
We get a snow day here if it's like a half an inch.
Ooh, I'll take the snow day, but
plows.
Not as joyous.
Just like one plow for the county or something.
Oh my goodness. Allie says, I 100% thrive in the fall, though Northeast fall is unmatched.
So true.
It is. It is. I just went hiking yesterday and just being out in like New York State, and just seeing all the trees and the nature and just like imagining what it would be like in fall is just so beautiful. I got to try a fall hike and just try not to be cold about it.
Heck yeah. I live in like central Massachusetts, so we have less city around us and just tons of trees. So your normal drive is just like a canopy of all the colors. It's so pretty.
Yeah, I miss that. I need to do that more often. I'm like, I feel like living in the country would be amazing, but also really difficult. I'm like, I need my resources at easy access, but like it's beautiful, you know?
Mm-hmm. So. Pros and cons.
Hello, it isn't so easy. I feel like this might be someone from back in my Survivor days, if I remember their username. So thanks for saying hello. Eliza says, mine is the 26th of October. Why did I not know that, Eliza? Our birthdays are like right next to each other. Are you also a Scorpio? How did I not know that? Me and Eliza have talked for like over a year, almost every day. I should know that.
Wait, Scorpio is fire.
I think Scorpio's water.
Oh wait, water. Okay, that makes sense that we get along. Okay.
Yeah.
Though some of the people that I'm supposed to get along with are like way opposite signs. So I don't know.
Who are you supposed to get along with?
Well, what's your sign first?
I'm a Cancer, and I'm supposed to
my
get along with
father's
like, all
Cancer.
the water signs. But I also know there's some fire signs that I'm supposed to get along with really well too.
I'm fire, baby. I'm Aries.
So
I'm like my
Aries.
sun, star, and moon is like all Aries. So I'm a fucking Aries.
I'm always trying to find all my things, like the rising. Like I can't. Is there a good website you'd recommend?
You have
for me
to know
this out?
the exact minute you were born.
I have it. I have my birth certificate down here.
Yeah, I can send you a website.
Yes, please. I'd love to know.
I'm a Cancer sun. I'm a Pisces. I'm sorry. No, that's wrong. I'm a Cancer sun. I'm a Pisces moon, and I'm a Leo rising. So I'm super freaking emotional as hell. Because Pisces and Cancer are like the most emotional signs. But I come across as a Leo.
Yeah, I want to know mine.
But I'm also only one day away from being a Leo, so I do have a lot of Leo traits.
Oh, you're like a cusper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta send me that link. I want to know. I want to know all my deets.
I'll send it to you. I've got to find
the fun. I like doing astrology stuff.
Wait, you know what? Let's just do it right now. Let's do it for you. Well, no, we don't need people in it. Well, are you okay with people? You could, I guess, send it in the private chat.
What, like the time I was born? I don't care. Or like how old I am? Do you need to know the year?
Oh, you also have to have the city you're born in.
Oh.
But they don't need your name or anything. But
yeah, let's do it now. I don't have anything to hide.
Okay. Hold on.
If people care. This is supposed to be sprints. This just turns into us hanging out.
Yeah, we're chilling. We're hanging.
I'm not fussed. I'm having a great time just hanging out. Maybe we'll sprint again. Oh, we lost her. What happened?
Oh, I think she said. Did she say she needed a second?
Okay, yeah. We'll keep going through the comments. April says, Designing His Duchess by Gabrielle Carr. It's a lessons in seduction, second chance romance, historical romance novella. I really vibe with lessons in seduction. I was talking to Sam too. She's like, oh yeah, I don't know about the virgin kind of trope. I'm like, I kind of like it.
I do too. Especially when it's like, I have no problem with a female virgin, but like when it's a male virgin, yes. Yes.
Yeah, and they're like virgins, but they're still like the best in bed ever.
Oh yeah. Well, one was great. There's one I thought it was so relatable. It's Untouched by Anna Campbell. It's called like Regency Noir, so it's a little darker, but there's like captivity in it, and the guy, he's actually, when he was like 13 or 14, his uncle wanted his money, so he paid a doctor to say he's insane, so he keeps him in this house locked up. And he basically wants to kind of unalive himself. So the uncle kidnaps a woman, gives him a woman to be like, no, you need to stay alive. Here's something to kind of distract you. And they kind of bond because he realizes he thought she was some trollop. And then she's like, no, like, this is such a mistake. Like, I'm a lady, all this jazz. And then he's trying to rescue her and get her out of this situation. But then she falls for him and wants to be with him and get him out of this captive situation. And she finds out that he's a virgin because he's been in there since he was like 13, 14. She's not. She's a widow. And then when you do finally get to the scene, their first time, she's built it up and like it's so magical and romantic. But then it's just like, oh, it's over. Like that's her response. Like, wait, what? But then it's better later. But that was one of the more realistic times where it's not just like, oh my God, he knows exactly what he's doing, or her. Talking about TikToks and like reels. I had one the other day on Instagram where it's like a hamster. Sorry, can I like kind of be a little vulgar right now? Or do you not want me to do that on your channel?
Do it.
So there's like a hamster. Like the little like water bottle that they have?
Yes.
the cage. He's
Yes.
basically like deep throating the water bottle. Okay. And there's like a voiceover of someone just being like, oh my God, I've never done this before. Am I doing it right? And then like clicking sounds. Am I doing it right? I died. That was so great.
Oh my
And
God.
Hannah, I think you responded to that. Like, this is like, oh no, that was a different meme that you responded to. Never mind. But I was
Wait,
like, this is
I've never seen that
one.
This book you're talking about is called Untouched by who?
Anna Campbell. You'll love it. It's 5 stars from me.
Ooh.
I love Anna Campbell. She's great. But Untouched is like one of my favorite ones from her.
Okay, I'll have to wait until I accrue some of the no rush points so I can get it on a discount because it's not on KU, but I'll add it to my
maybe check
wish
out
list.
the library.
Okay, yeah, I'll check the library too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Daphne, what year were you born?
94.
Okay.
94, baby.
Okay, it was 29th, right?
Yes.
What time?
Let me double check. I think like 7:09 or something like that. I just looked a couple months ago.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I was born at 7. Oh, I forgot now. 7.
Here we go. Birth certificate.
I know.
7:24
7:24
AM?
a.m.
a.m. Yeah.
In what city?
Trenton, New Jersey. The more you know about me. Oh my God, I'm so excited. My notepad ready.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save this.
Daphne, your face.
I'm ready to write it all down. Ooh, Vita's October 30th. Birthday neighbors.
Ooh. My half birthday's in October. Second.
Also, okay, so I'm going to get it sent over to you too. But so basically with, for the sun is like what you say when you're like, oh, I'm a Scorpio. Like that's usually like the sun. So you're a Scorpio sun. Your moon is Leo, and your Mercury, your rising sign is a Libra.
So what does that mean?
That's we said Mercury.
Moon?
And so it says for the sun, you are intensely stirred by the idea of being in the thick of things in every way imaginable. You're drawn to discover all intimate secrets from personal affairs to developing deeply into the heart and extent of the mysteries of the entire universe. To temper a constant temptation to indulge your desires, try employing your Scorpio powers to counsel others through periods of emotional and physical pain. For the moon, when you spot a chance to enjoy yourself, your eyes light up like a child offered a treat. You are quick to seek and suggest new ways to have fun. You tend to draw attention to yourself and encourage others to join in. At family celebrations, you are happier when it is left to you to decide what is needed. The proceedings seem to go better that way. For your rising sign, you communicate properly and carefully by saying the right thing. You create the impression. You have an intelligent understanding of all that you apply your mind to. You listen to other people, so putting them at ease. By not arguing outright, you do not say the wrong thing and cause upset. Not that you change your mind easily, rather you just are waiting for the most skillful time to speak. So basically, like, you're awesome.
Maybe those are some of my aspirations. Those are some of the things I have to work towards. Some of them feel right. Other times I'm like, between me and my husband, I'm not the wordsmith when it comes to communicating with our friends. Like I'll just tell them straight up, be like, yeah, we're gonna do this. Like these are the plans. Like sorry, we can't hang out. Chase is like, no, we gotta say it in a way so they don't feel not included, I'm just just tell them the truth. Let's just say it, We're going on a double date. We're not doing an 8-person group thing this weekend. You know what I mean? So, but
I don't want to do that. Verifying my thing. I have your email, right? Let me see.
Yeah, send it to whichever one. I don't care. Official Being Daphne, I think it is on my description, my video.
Aww. Love that.
Proposed on Halloween. That's nice. Did you do it in a spooky way?
Here, private chat me your email because it's not popping up on my emails. On my email.
You want to just send it to my Discord? Can we do that?
I'm trying to send you a document, so I was going to.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll message
or
you.
I'm wondering if I can actually just copy this webpage. Hold on one second, because I don't know if it'll work because I put the information in. You know how sometimes do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and copy just like the URL, and I'm private chatting you. Here you go.
Yeah,
click that and see if it works.
Aww.
And then you can just save it yourself if it works, and then I don't have to worry about that.
I don't see your private chat come through. Oh wait, sorry, I'm looking on Discord.
Yeah, no.
No error.
Okay.
I'll send you my email on Discord.
Okay. Or
on here, whatever. Yeah. Private chat. This is where you're looking. That's my normal email. Okay.
What just happened?
So fun. April says, LOL, I'm a fellow courthouse wedding. Oh, are you? I wore my pajamas to turn in our paperwork.
Heck yeah. I love that.
How long have you been married, April? Vita says, LOL, April, that's actually awesome. We both vetoed a wedding right away. It's why we didn't get married for 18 years. Oh, actually, I did know that. I feel like I listened to you talk about that in a different live.
I feel like she had a video recently talking about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was like a necessity. And you're like, okay, we'll finally put the paperwork in, right? Is that how it happened?
Okay, I sent it to you.
Love is love. Some people don't feel like, paper doesn't make a difference.
I sent it to you from my personal email because it wanted me to do like the whole confirm your identity thing on my BookTube email, and I was just not about to do that right now.
Thank you very much. Ooh, we definitely look at that in more detail. Books Forever After says ours is October 5th, and it's our 10-year anniversary too.
Congratulations.
Long-standing, beautiful relationships in the chat. He fell into a glacier. She saw the video too. That was insane. I wish I could find it. Maybe I saved it. I'll check after.
Put it on the Discord.
Yeah, I might have it saved in like my amazing folder in TikTok because it was just wild. Snow days were so fun until COVID when you had to show up online. Yeah, that does kind of doesn't work as well when you're digital. No, Scorpio's water, right? Yeah, I thought it was water. April says, OMG, now I want to know mine, LOL.
So I'll send you the website.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've always wanted to know.
There's a bunch of different websites that'll do it, but this is just the one that corresponds with one of my astrology books that I like. So, and I found their explanation and everything like that it gives you your full birth chart. So not just those 3, it actually gives you every single planet. And actually it gives you the graphic image too and everything like that. But I really like this site and the way they lay it out for you.
So do they need to know like where you were born because in like relation to the stars or something that?
It has to do with also like certain cities don't do certain like daylight savings time, or they have different time from other ones that they do. Like Indiana is one of those. So my mom was trying to tell me like, no, technically though, you weren't born in that time zone. You were born in Central time zone or Eastern time zone because this Indianapolis like waits an extra week or something like that. Like I don't know what it was. Or maybe that city, wherever I was, didn't do it. I don't know what it was, but this website, and most of them actually have an algorithm that like they know all of those things for all the different cities around the world, basically. So it's important to know the exact city too with the time, so that they know what time that actually meant for the planets
Mm-hmm.
at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because time is relative, so they're like, okay, relatively. Let's
right.
make sure this is set up right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued. This is always fun. Like, I'm not like super not like a diehard astrology follower or anything, but I like knowing because it's fun.
Yeah, I'm not great at it either. I'd like to know more and learn more. And
Yeah.
I'm just one of those people that if I'm like, oh, I want to know more about that, then like I get a book or books.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to know more about like chakras and stuff next. But I want to pick up like a really authentic book. I don't want to just pick up like a random Barnes and Noble book, you know. April says, OMG, now I want to know mine, right? Vita says, sorry.
I just messaged you, April.
But he proposed in a pumpkin patch. Side note, he's an Aries.
Oh, that's why we get along so well, Vita. It's because your husband and I are both Aries.
Whenever I hear about an Aries, especially a man, I think of Jenna Marble's husband.
Oh,
he was like a famous Aries, right?
Yeah.
Julian.
He's great.
Oh, that's like the only thing I can think of. Cosplay and
okay, Maggie. Okay, if you're an Aries, this is what it like comes up like immediately. So I don't know like how true it is or whatever. But it says both signs are loyal friends, with Aries acting as Cancer's protector. Especially in social situations, and Cancer giving Aries a sense of emotional security. Cancer and Aries can have a lot of fun together. Aries loves adventure and spontaneity, and Cancer has a secret wild side around people they trust.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's 8 reasons why every Cancer needs an Aries BFF.
Hey, we found each other.
There you go.
We're
union
I am that
opposites.
person though, for sure. Where like, what did it say? Aries is your protector.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will mess people up for you guys. If you need me to, call me. I'll take care of it. If it's something that goes on with me though, like if someone's mean to me, I don't do anything. But if it's someone I care about, then my determination and my perseverance comes out, and I will just, I'll take care of it. Sorry, I know that's really aggressive.
No, I love it.
I'm a ram. So.
Me, I find that I can be kind of a pushy friend, but like when I think it's like for the person's betterment.
Yeah.
Like my one neighbor, she had a twin bed, and then my other neighbor was moving and she was upgrading from her queen to a king. So she offered it to the other friend. She's like, hey, like, do you want my queen? Like, I'm just going to get rid of it. She's like, oh, no, I don't know. I'm not sure. And I'm like, I'll just call her M. I'm like, M, just take the queen. It's free. Like, you want somebody to like spend time with you in that bed, right? Like, you can't do it a twin. And I would kind of like push her on it. And I was like, do whatever you want, but like, this is what I think, you know? So, and then eventually she's like, you're right.
Oh, I love it.
So I'm kind of like that. I'm just kind of a little pushy. So sometimes I have to like reel it in, but it's usually for the betterment, in at least my opinion. So, all right, we are caught up on comments. Do we want to go again? I know it's kind of late.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go because it's late for me.
Same.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
But this was
say.
so.
Sorry, we
fun.
only lasted one sprint.
Yeah, this was a fun hangout.
Yeah, it was more of a chill hangout vibes.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Wow.
I'm glad y'all like sticked around with us too.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat chilling with us.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Now everybody needs to look up their signs. Hannah's gonna share the link.
Then we'll get back together.
Yeah, do you want me to put the link on the Discord?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Where do I put it on the Discord?
Good question.
Announcements.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, do we put it in announcements? Be like, hey, from tonight's.
I'll just put it in the I'll just put it in the general chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it has been a pleasure. Thank you for everyone that was hanging out with us. And there are obviously going to be more sprints throughout the month.
I think
Thank you.
tomorrow.
I think Tiffany has one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, she does. Looks like, Hannah, you plan on joining.
I might be able
Yeah,
to
I
jump
missed
on
like
that one.
all the sprints the first week, so I'm like catching up here.
I've been trying to like jump on like everyone's if I'm able to, and I haven't been able to yet. So I'm trying to jump on and be like, hey guys, what's going on?
Oh, 5 p.m. PST. That's not so bad. Maybe I'll jump on if it's not too crowded. I haven't spoken to Tiffany face to face, so it'd be cool to
Oh,
kind of
she's so
get to know her.
fun.
Yeah.
So chill, so fun. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks again, everyone. Have a good night.
Toodles, guys.